So recently I've started juicing, and it's all started around New Year's time when I was taking a look and trying to do my normal reset, saying what should I change about how I go about spending my life. And one of the things I was suffering kind of from a constant fatigue, or chronic fatigue I guess is the right term. So I looked around at a few different options. I'd been to a dietitian before when I was suffering under similar fatigue, and she said it was my diet. It was absolutely me on my diet, and she gave me some great advice. It helped a lot, and over time I guess I just kind of fell off the wagon a little bit with regards to the advice that she gave me. Concurrently, I came across some videos on juicing, and I thought, oh, this sounds kind of cool, I'll try that too, because it's supposed to help with your energy. So now I'm about a month in. I've been doing a lot of juicing. It's just helped me tremendously, not only with the fatigue, but also gives me a general sense of well-being. I feel better with stress, and right now work is a pretty stressful place. So overall, very positive impact on my life. Some of you have been asking me how easy it is to do, how do you go about doing it, you know, how does your juicer work, that kind of things. So I just thought I'd make a quick video to share what I've learned to date. None of the information I'm going to give you is at all backed up with any science, or at least any science that I'm aware of, but I can tell you that I definitely enjoy doing this, and I think I feel a lot better for doing it. So this is the juicer that we bought from Costco. It's called a Kuvings Silent Juicer, and if you want a good laugh, buy one and read the very poorly translated juice manual that comes with it. It's good for a laugh, if nothing else. I think we paid like $2.70 plus tax for this, and so far it works great. Very happy with it. You can pay more, you can pay less, but this one worked for us. So I'm just going to start reassembling it from last night. Pat, I'm just getting better from the flu, so Pat's been doing most of the juicing. We thought that would probably be better. Yeah, it's normally a lot easier to go together here. This is the problem. Okay, so right here there's like a little silicone plug. If that's not put properly back in, it comes out for cleaning. You will not be able to put it on. So just make it sure it's in there, put it on good. And there we go. Fits nicely. And nice convenience feature, red dots. The red dots, you line up the red dots and you know you're on the right track. This is the auger. This type masticates the juice rather than chopping and spinning it. From what I read, this is preferable to the spin and chop. It's both quieter, although certainly not silent, and the quality of the juice is better. Apparently, the heat that's generated from the chop and spin juicers does something to diminish the quality of the nutrients in the juice. I'm sure it's still probably better for you, but this is supposed to be better, and again, I have no scientific evidence to back this up. So I'm going to do what I normally do. I don't really follow a recipe. I like to include some green stuff. It's always a good idea to include green stuff. Kale is great. We're out of kale right now, so I'm going to use some spinach. Important thing is you gotta wash everything. Right beside the sink there, I don't think you can see this thing. So I'm giving the spinach a wash, and some more spinach a wash. You don't have to tidy it up too much in the same way if you're eating it directly. You want to clean depending on sort of the quality of the spinach that you're getting and how clean it is to start. You may want to trim off some of the edges, but it's not necessary, or certainly not as necessary as if you were going to be cooking it. Little trick my wife Pat told me about, she stumbled upon. Sometimes the green stuff is a little bit awkward going through, not awkward, goes through slowly, makes a funny noise, and banana goes through too quickly. So Pat found out, and banana's great because it has a nice sweet taste, that some of my concoctions can be a little bit bitter or sour. You put in a banana and it fixes that right away with the sweetness of the banana. So what Pat was telling me, combine the greens with the banana, and both will go through better. So I'm going to turn it on. Stuff some in there. Some spinach. And some more banana. There's a little pusher thing that helps. Put the stuff into the auger and through. And let's see, I'm not sure if you can see the juice is starting to come out. Very slowly. And coming out the other side is the masticated fruits and vegetables. And it's caught in a separate container on this side. I'll just turn it a bit. If you can kind of see some grip in there. Is that better? Yeah. So you can see the masticated fruit comes out here and the juice comes out there. Alrighty then. So I'm going to turn this back because I like to have it at a different angle when I'm doing the stuff. And so here's the you know, it's all healthy, but I think the sort of the secret sauce or the magic of it is in the vegetable juices. So that's spinach. We got lots of stuff here. We got mangoes, apples, oranges, grapefruits. First we got ginger, and Pat, my wife, has just been great about helping me and getting into this. So we have way more fruit in the house. You will go through a lot more fruit once you start juicing, but in my estimation, it's well worth the money. So I'm going to do some grapefruit. I'll show you how I like to do grapefruit here. Pat does them a little bit differently, and I take the easy way out for just about everything. So I cut them in quarters. This one has got a very thin peel on it. Peel back the peel, dump it in. Good to go. And some more. And there we go. And grapefruit's really nice. If you like sort of a tart pick-me-up or tart taste to your juices, that's grapefruit. Kind of a combination of sweetness, tartness, all at the same time. Something I'm not doing that I normally do is hold the citrus right over this as I'm peeling it, because you do lose some juice, definitely, as you're peeling the grapefruits. And if you do it over here and with the oranges as well, you're going to just capture a little bit more of that juice. Do another one. And as I said, I don't follow a recipe, I just play it by ear. Make it up as I go along. And over time I've learned, you know, what's good together, or what I enjoy. I enjoy just about it all. Pat and Colleen, they're a little bit fussier about theirs, or at least how the taste is. We certainly can't blame them for that. Me, I just enjoy the juice so much that if it's got a nice flavor to it, great. If it doesn't, I'm just as happy to drink it regardless. What you don't want are tastes that you specifically don't like. I've gone through a lot of things, and so far the only thing that I've tried that I wouldn't do again is bell peppers. It wasn't a bad taste, but it wasn't good. And I love peppers and other things. I love bell peppers on the barbecue, mixed up with onions and that. Maybe on salads raw, but juiced, it's just not a good juicing taste. I'm going to throw some oranges in now. And do them the same way I did the grapefruits. Cut them in quarters and just peel back the rind. And again, you don't have to worry about getting the pith off. You want the peel. The pith is less important. Actually, what I've read is that the pith is actually quite healthy for you. And while it doesn't taste good if you're just eating it with a peeled orange, it certainly doesn't add a bad taste to the juice at all. I can't even really taste it in any juice that you even eat. The bigger navel oranges are probably better than the ones I'm using here. This is a navel orange. Previously, earlier in the month, Pat had some of the really big ones, and those were great. Those much easier to peel, much easier to juice. These ones are a little bit more work. And it's important that you sort of develop a rhythm. At least for me, it was important that I developed a rhythm on how to do this sort of as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Because I know myself, if this was like a big hassle, I would stop doing it. This has become a lot of fun. We actually, Pat and Colleen are out of the house. Kaylee's at university. But this has become sort of a fun part of our day. Usually we do it in the evening. You know, picking what vegetables we have, spending some time together. Oh, there's a bad spot on the apple. We'll cut that off. That's another advantage of juicing is you can use fruit that you probably wouldn't eat just on its own. If it contains a few blemishes or imperfections or more than you would like. You don't want to use rotten fruit, for sure. That's not going to be good. But, you know, if it's got a part you can cut out, by all means, it's still good for juicing. Now something's not going through, so I'll use the plunger. There we go. Getting it through. Now you can see this doesn't normally happen to me. I guess there's a lot of juicing on my cutting, or juice on my cutting through there. I'm just gonna wipe that off. Put another apple in there. And there we go. Cut off the bad piece. Oops, some guinea pigs. And the guinea pigs love when we juice because they get the pores and all the parts of the fruits and veggies that we don't put in the juicer. So it's a treat for them too, and they've come to know the sound of the juicer. And when they hear it going, they know that there's a treat on the way and they get quite excited. It's funny. So what do we got in there? I think we put in 2 grapefruits, 2 oranges, 2 apples, some spinach, a banana. What I'm going to do, I'm going to throw a mango in there. Colleen in particular really likes mangoes. I'm not a huge fan, but again, it's not an unpleasant taste, and gives some variety to the juice. So, one thing I don't really like about mangoes is they are kind of difficult to clean and prepare for the juice, or at least they are for me. I still haven't figured out a way of doing it that I'm comfortable with. I think if I end up in a merge getting stitches from doing this, I'm going to make a prediction. It's going to be dealing with a mango that did it to me. I've got this fibrous core that's very difficult to cut through. It's not really, I don't know, it feels like a pit, but I've never actually found a pit. I think it's just a really fibrous, dense part of the fruit. Anyways, if it's important for you to figure that out, just probably Google it. I'm sure